So see over here, you're having billing details, credit card details, and then the bank account details. So it will create total 3 tables: billing details, credit card details, and then the bank account details. And this billing details and credit card details will be connected, or will be like created, will be linked with the help of primary and the foreign key relationship. And in the billing details and the bank account details, again it will connect with the help of primary and the foreign key relationship. So table per subclass is strategy, wherein it will create 2 tables. Sorry, it will create 1 table per subclass, and in the parent and the child table will be connected with the help of the primary and in the foreign key relationship. Now over here, whenever you're going with this table per subclass, in order to create the subclass, you will be using the element that is the joint subclass, or a joint subclass. Credit card table, and then key column is going to be billing details ID. So this will act as a primary key, and this will act as a foreign key for the relationship. So let us do this. Let us work on the previous only. Hyphenate. So table for hierarchy. Now next one what we have is table for subclass. You don't have to change the project. You will copy, paste it. So it is table for subclass. So that is okay. We will be working on this only. The question this you have. So question will become one table, MCQ, and then the text-based question will become the other 2 tables. So over here, because we have just copied, in the table per over here in the table per subclass, we will be using the key element as joint subclass. So anyway, we require this instead of this, because joint subclass you don't have to change all the properties because it is the same. Only we just need to change the way the tables are created. So this is again the joint subclass, and we don't require this discriminator value. I'm removing this from both the classes. Now then again you need to provide the key column as well. That is the prime foreign key. So this one, the key column, the prime foreign key, the name for the foreign key. So key space column is equal to, in our case it is question ID, and let me just copy and paste it. And from here also you need to eliminate this discriminator. Let us change this. Com dot example dot, it is table dot table dot subclass. So let me copy this and paste it over here as well. Table per subclass. This is also table per subclass. Yeah. And then finally, okay, you have to include these two files in the Hibernate config file. So you click over here, Hibernate config file. You don't require all this. Let us just comment this files. Control Shift /, include the new files what we have created. Click under the session factory, and then you need to click under this mappings. Over here, add. Click over here, resource. Select this. Example, where is that? Okay, fine. Table per subclass, person.hbm.xml. Click finish. So let us check whether it has added or not. No, it is not adding. So this is also done. Now next go to this question text. Okay, so fine. So MCQ we have text question and this one. Fine. Now let us execute and then check this. Run as Java application. So done. Now, 1 minute. Where is our files? I think it did not save. I think I did not save this. Let's check test. And let us rebuild the project again because run as Java application. It is creating only one. should create total of 3 files. Oh, sorry, I'm running the class from table for class hierarchy. I'm running it from here, I should run from here. We have modified the wrong file. Control Shift. Sorry, we have modified this file. Incorrect. So actually we were supposed to work on this. Okay, fine. This one question text. Now we need to run this engine. So run as Java. Okay. Now if you see it is creating 3 tables. One is MCQ, the other one is question, the other one is text question. 3 tables it will create, and these tables they are linked with the primary and the foreign key relationship. So you can go over here and the database development windows show open perspective, click other, and then database development. Connect it, expand this schema, tables, so over here if you see the 3 tables it has created, if you see from this, 3 tables that has created, one is MCQ, the other one is text and then the text questions. That is the console. So if you see over here, one table is MCQ, the other one is question, the third one is text question. And this all table MCQ and text question, they are related to the question table with the help of the foreign. Any questions on this? Is this clear? this is what a stable per. Uh, this is stable per subclass. That is for each subclass. If you see over here, for sorry, for this one, for MCQ, it is creating one table, and for the question text, it is creating the another table. And these tables, they are connected with the help of the primary and the foreign key relationship. So you can check it over here. Root, use April. So from the console, we can identify the table names. So first table is like MCQ question and the text question. So describe question, sorry. So this is one. Describe question. Next is MCQ. This is another child table. Over here, if you see again, you can find this. This is connected with the help of primary and the foreign key relationship. And then describe text question. This one. Here with this.
I think I have a question. So this, by using Hibernate, we created the table, right? What if we already have the table created and we want to create object? Is there like a automated way to do it?
That is a reverse process you are saying.
Yes.
Yes,
Because generally that will be the case, right? You will always have a database with the tables in it.
yes.
So
We'll
how do we
have
do that?
the reverse engineering concept. We say tools will be available for that. So let's say if you have it, the table is already created. So reverse engineering file, this one.
Okay.
So first let us create some table over here. Column 1, username varchar 2 of 20, primary key, and
I think you wrote varchar one. Yeah.
here it is here. This varchar 2 is in Oracle. Okay. Right click, new, other. just not selecting the screen. Right.
Don't we need to give database connection somewhere?
That's what. Okay, this prompting has to create some console. I think I did not create a tab. I've actually done this at 10 pages. In this I did not try. 1 minute. Here it should. Database private. Nice. Okay, we are not using any naming strategy. So, okay, one is enough. I think okay, we require some other tools for this. NetBeans, I have the idea on NetBeans, okay, automatically it will create, okay, anyway it will take help of this reverse engineering, and then automatically it should create these two files, it should create these two files, it will create another source one, it will create. Over here it is not creating, I think it requires some other tools. This we will check it tomorrow, because no, I think okay, we need to download some other stuff. Under JBoss, I have just downloaded Hibernate tools. I think okay, we require some other tools for this, because it is just creating the reverse engineering file. As you said, along with the file, it should create all these tables. We'll check this tomorrow. So table per class, and then next what we have is simple associations. Now in associations, okay, we are having one-to-one, one-to-many, and relationships. We know this already. We will just do it, implement in the Hibernate. So we have the relationship that exists between the object one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-one, and many-to-many. Both we have unidirectional and bidirectional. Now over here in this unidirectional relationship, if you say one-to-one, that is, okay, take calculations. That is, you're having two classes. One is person class and one is address class over here. And we are expecting that for one person you should have only one address. So you have got one person class, and then let's say okay, one is like social security number, let's say. So two strings you are having, one is the person and the other one is social security, or one is the person and one is the address, anything. But for one person again you should have only one star. Let's say one person you have, and then one is the address. Let's say this is person ID, and then person first name, L name. And for person ID, this is your address ID, city, and then state, and country. So one more column you will have over here that will act as the later on. Let me add it. So person ID 100, John, and Mike, and then for address ID, let's say 100, and then city something XX, XX, and then XX. That is, one person will have only one address. It cannot have more than one address. One person is mapped to only one row in the table. Right leg, insert, shapes. This is your one-to-one relationship unidirectional. And this address ID will serve as a foreign key over here. So over here also it will be 100. So if in case let's say it is A100, so this one you will have A100. Clear with this? That is, one row is mapped to only one row in the other table. You will not have one-to-many relationship. One-to-one is one candidate will have one row. Let's say okay, you're having this and then the social security number, person table, and then okay, let's say this is social security number, SSN, and then okay, whatever details are there, like it will have some three codes, number 8 and something, code 1, code 2, and then code 3. So over here the social security number, let's say it is like assume as 100. So SSN, this will work as a foreign key over here, and S 100. So one person will have only one social security number and it is mandate. Clear with this one-to-one relationship? Any questions on this? Is the mapping clear? Okay.
Atika, if you don't mind, can you explain again?
Okay.
Thank
So
you.
one-to-one relationship means one row is mapped to the another row in a table. That is, one row is mapped to only one row in a table. It is not possible for one candidate to have two numbers. You will not have two social security numbers. So this is not possible. So S100 and then Y. This is not possible. One candidate cannot have duplicate social security numbers. One candidate can have only one social security number. So one-to-one means one candidate is mapped to only one row in this table. One-to-one relationship. Clear with this? Now, how do we establish this relationships in the table? So you need to create two classes. One is person, the other one is, what is the other name? Person and SSN. So associations dot one unidirectional one-to-one. So write like new. So one class is person and the other class, so let us keep over here person ID, private string F name, L name, and then again you should have the address. So in order to establish, okay, you will write one more thing, that is address. Okay. Address simple, okay, you need to generate a constructor, default constructor without any arguments, and then generate the setter and the getter methods. Done. And then over here in the address, private integer, city, private string city, state, and then if you generate setter and then the getter methods. Okay. Now once you have done it, you have to establish the mapping between these two. Now over here, in order to establish the mapping, you use like person in the person class. Many to one, name is equal to billing address or address. Class is equal to com.sample.hibernate etc. Column is equal to address ID and cascade is equal to save address. So over here, if you see, where is that person? So in the person class, you're creating this address. In the person class, okay, you're creating this address, and this one is being mapped to the address ID and save or update. That is, if you're saving the person, cascade means if you save the person, it should save the entity associated with it. That is, it should save the entity address as well. So this is how you will create the relationship. This is again one-to-one using the foreign key, and one-to-one using the define. This is the foreign key. Now let us do this. Now if I show you with the help of the diagram, let us use Excel only. That is okay, you will create a class called person. So person you have already your created person. So this person is having two fields, uh, person ID, okay, person ID it has first name, last name, and then the address ID, the foreign key. You can underline this. Now, technically what we have is this one is referring to this. So one is the person, the other one is the address. So this is, so we have kept a key in order to refer to the address class. We are using a reference variable. We are using a reference variable in order to access this address. So from the person class, you will be able to access this address. But it is not the other way around. From the address, you will not be accessing the person from this. Let's say, okay, you are having 100 person ID and John and then something, Mike, and then again you will create a reference to this city, XXX, state, YYY, and then okay, country you're writing something, ZZZ. Now over here we are using an option that is called as cascade. Cascade over here you're using it as for cascade. The option that is being used is save/update. That is when you are saving this person, like when you are saving, this way you're going to do session, save or update. So person, that is when it is saving this, what is this class? Person class. When it is saving this person class, it should also save the entities that are associated with it. That is, it should also save the address. Over here, if you're saving this way, let's say we don't have this row. Now, if you are trying to save this, then it should also insert the record for this. So let's say okay, you're saving this, that we copy, paste. So if you're saving this, then it should save this also. It should save this. So 100 and code whatever you have to do. Clear with this? So in order to establish this relationship, okay, we are specifying one record from the person class will map to one and only one record in the address record or SSN record. Is this clear? Save or update? Okay, fine. And so let us close off. So right click, new other. So one is this, automatically it will generate. So, so this is your, which is this is your address class, and this is your person class. So it does establish the relationship, many to one. Over here, this is your column. Column name is equal to address. Let me do it as like address ID. Address. So instead of this, address ID, you require type integer. Column is address ID, and assign as you need to assign the, so the column what we have missed is city. City. Over here in the address class, private integer address ID. Add the setup and we get a method. Constructor, sorry, this one. Like there are 2 to 3 ways to do this. Now, over here if you see, this is the primary key address ID, and this primary key will be used as a foreign key in this table. Many to one, unidirectional, fetch is equal to join. Remove this later on, we will discuss. So over here. And then finally you should mention this cascade is equal to save/update. Cascade. All means okay for all the operation. Insert, update, delete. Okay, if you're say making any changes to this, it should save all the entities associated with that. So let us write it all, and then public class new one-to-one test. So public static void create address, create person. Person P is equal to new person. P dot set person ID, because we have set it as assigned over there. 100. P dot set we need to set the address. Address is equal to new address. Address dot set address ID is 100. Or let us keep it as 1. P dot A dot set. Okay, city, just taking it as in set state xxx a dot set country something yy. Okay, set address, set state. 1 minute. Okay, let us just modify this. Give the address class. For this, it is taking it as city. So string generating set a methods.
I think I have a question.
Hmm.
Um, the so we are doing one to one, right? But in the mapping, you have written many to one. In the what was it? I think it was in the person where we wrote the address thing.
I didn't get your question.
So in the person dot hbm dot xml,
Hmm.
here you've written many to one.
Hmm.
But aren't we doing one to one?
Yeah, like many to one. Okay, it can be implemented using this one. Okay, for this, okay, you have to specify this not null is equal to true. So if you're specifying not null is equal to true, and then unique also is equal to true, then this will behave like one-to-one mapping. If you remove that, then it will behave as what do you say, many to one. If you are adding this constraint, unique means like it should not have like you cannot expect this one. This foreign key should be unique. Means over here you cannot expect one more row. So this will it will not allow this. If in case if you are removing unique, then this will be allowed. Then two candidates will work. Sorry, will have the same SSN in this case. If you're keeping many to one, in the many to one, if you allow this unique is equal to true means, sorry, if you're setting it as like unique is equal to false, then this is possible. Over here you can have the duplicates. Over here you can have the duplicates. So in that case, okay, it will work as many to one relationship. Now if you are setting unique equal to true, then that will behave as one to one. You can also use one to one. So as I said, there are 2 to 3 ways of doing this. One is using many to one, the other one is using one to one, and other one is like you will use primary key as itself as the foreign key in the what do you say in the address table. So total 3 ways we have. I will show you using one to one as well.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Okay. Once we have done this one to one, so this and then again set it. P dot set address, not address. Create the session object. Get session factory dot open session. Start the transaction. Session dot get transaction dot begin, and then session dot get transaction dot commit. Session dot save. Of course, now you're not saving address explicitly. We are just saving the person, so it should save the address associated with it. It should save the addresses entity associated with it because we have specified cascade is equal to all object persisted. main method you need to write. Unknown, this thing, okay, you need to include this in the Hibernate config file, the classes. Session factory map. I don't know why it is not picking up. Using that you will be adding, but over here it is not picking up. Resource is equal to this. One is person, the other thing, what we push it. One is person, the other stuff what we have is address. Let us try this. Address ID does not exist. This person. We are trying to map the two persons to the same address. That is, oh, over here it is going to drop and recreate the table. Because it is going to drop and recreate the table. So you need to create person 1, like I need to copy and paste this. So two persons, I'm keeping person 1 and the person 2. And both we are trying to map it to the same address. So this one, let us keep it as 100. Other one is this, John. So, so save P and then let us execute this as two independent transactions. So first time you are saving P. So what is that? John. Second time it is Mike. So both are persistent. Select star from person 4. Unique constraint is not applied. Okay. Yeah, right, unique constraint. This is not behaving as one. This constraint is not being applied over here. Unique is equal to true. Because over here it is accepting duplicate values. On the foreign key, we are trying to apply this constraint, but this is not working. This is accepting duplicates. Anyway, like I'll check this out. We'll wind up for today. Tomorrow we'll continue with the rest of the relationships. This is working as many to one. This is not working as one to one. This is working as many to one only. Generally, if you apply this unique as equal to true, then it should not allow this duplicates. It should not allow this duplicates. Anyway, I'll check this out, okay, and then we'll discuss this in the next class. This is working as many to one relationship because this constraint does not interfere. Tomorrow we'll discuss this. Wonderful. Okay, bye bye.